To all the Dusties that keep coming in my comment section swearing up and down that single mothers are only worth pump or dump, you stupid. Let me explain. I think I need to. You mean to tell me that a woman you don't respect, a woman that you don't feel is worthy of your love, is someone that you should just go ahead and have sex with? So tell me, sir, in your mind, it makes sense for you to risk having a baby by or getting an STD from a single mother that you didn't even feel was worth you being with? Like, you depreciating your own value every time you pump and dump a single mother, and you think that makes sense? She's not worth your time, remember? She's low energy. Why? Why would you sleep with her? If a single mother is trash and you sleep with trash, what does that make you? Yesterday, I was like at the emergency room with my mother because my mother has triple negative breast cancer, and I kept getting alerts on my phone. And I was like, why do I keep getting all these goddamn alerts? And it's because a whole bunch of people was following me on Instagram. Now, I couldn't understand why people was following me on Instagram. I didn't know what happened. And usually when somebody's talking about me, I get a shit ton of followers, right? So I was like, who is talking about me now? And I was convinced it was something bad, right? So finally, when I do have time to look at Instagram, I done found out that Jeremy Holloway has done a video about me on his Instagram, and it's really about a video of me talking about April Mason. And so I looked into the comment section, right, and there's somebody in there like, yo, I like what this girl is saying, but I can't stand her voice. Right now, my entire life I'd have heard people either complain about my voice or love it so much. I love you like I never ever loved somebody. I'll give you things you didn't even know you wanted. Don't tell me that it's not enough. Our time is up, you're over us. 'Cause I think I might do anything for you if you just let me. I go into the comment section, answer the comment like, my bad that you don't like my voice, what do you want me to sound like? And they're like, just take it down a notch from high, make it a little bassier. I'm like, okay, I'll try. What a lot of people don't know is I was a singer. Like, my natural voice is raspy and low. But when I do YouTube videos, I sound excited. If I'm on TikTok, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to keep changing my voice to keep your attention. But I used to be a singer and a rap artist. And so I usually talk really, really low, because when I would rap, they would want me to rap in a lower voice. But I sounded like a man. So it's like, I don't want to sound like a man. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. I could be low 1 minute and then turn to Ariana Grande or Mariah Carey on your ass. You called yesterday to basically say that you care for me, but you're just not in love. I'm a soprano, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm going to get an alto and tenor mode for y'all, though, in my videos. If it's that annoying, I'm going to hook you up, okay? So from now on, my voice is going to be deep in all my videos, okay? I'm going to sound like I smoked a whole pack of Newports just for you. I'm going to have that Wendy Williams, how you doing, sound from now on, I promise. I feel like a lot of men have low standards because they ask for the basics I feel like every good woman should be giving, which is cooking, cleaning, loyalty, a good attitude. She's kind, nurturing, physically fit, eats right, takes care of herself. That's a good woman just generally, right? But each woman who's a good woman also has to have some very distinctive characters to fit a specific man. Most men are out here looking for the right woman, right? But for some reason, they feel like the right woman, the only thing that comes with being the right woman are the things that I just listed before. But the truth is, the right woman for you will have specific characteristics that can't be listed, because not all men are monolithic. What you think the right woman is, another man is not going to like those things in the woman that's right for him. I feel like a lot of men have low standards because they ask for the basics I feel like every good woman should be giving, which is cooking, cleaning, loyalty, a good attitude. She's kind, nurturing, physically fit, eats right, takes care of herself. That's a good woman just generally, right? But each woman who's a good woman also has to have some very distinctive characters to fit a specific man. Most men are out here looking for the right woman, right? But for some reason they feel like the right woman, the only thing that comes with being the right woman are the things that I just listed before. But the truth is, the right woman for you will have specific characteristics that can't be listed, because not all men are monolithic. What you think the right woman is, another man is not going to like those things in the woman that's right for him. It's funny how men try to measure me with some type of metric system that they have. And I want to explain to you, Dusty, something simple. Too many of y'all on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you consider yourself? What do I look like telling some strange man on the internet I ain't never going to sleep with or date how I feel about myself? Sir, that's not your business. Okay? You can come in my comment section and comment on my videos, but don't ask me questions that a man who would be sitting in front of me on a date would ask me. You have not even went through the basic interview process that I usually give men before I even decide to go on a date with them. And you are asking me a question that a man that's actually sitting in my face on a date would ask me? Boy, bye. Beloved, you don't have the authority or the life experience to even attempt to quantify my value, bruh. I don't know you like that. I really don't know you like that. I'm sorry, sir. I see men chastise other men for the woman that they chose for them because they themselves are not attracted to that woman and what she's doing. Do you realize, as a man, you have destroyed one of your homeboys or associates' happiness because you didn't like something that his woman was doing for him or who she was? She's not the right woman for you, so it doesn't matter what you think about his woman. Too many of you are trying to use your woman as means to get social acceptance from other men. Please do not be out here in these streets mad when a man asks you what you have to offer. Any decent man with some sense is going to ask you what you have to offer. And the only reason why you'd be upset about that is because you don't have shit to offer. Instead of you being upset with them when they ask you this, I suggest you ask follow-up questions. Oh, he wants to know whether you cook or clean. Well, ask him, does he know how to change a tire or change the oil in the car? Maybe spark plugs or something like that? Does he know how to handle that? I mean, does he even know how to pump gas? Does he mow the lawn? Does he rake leaves? Does he know how to hunt? Does he go fishing? Does he know how to grow a damn vegetable garden? I mean, what do you bring to the table, bruh? I'm looking for something more than a paycheck. I'm a high-value woman. I'm looking for a high-value man. Do you know how to do any of that, sir? Okay, then. Come get your dusty-ass son, Martha. Your pops and Uncle Clarence ain't teach you nothing. When I'm holding men accountable for some type of negative behavior, a lot of them attack me and try to insult me as far as my weight goes. And they're like, oh, you can have a man if you lost weight, and boop, 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 boop. And I'm thinking, have these dudes seen my 600-pound life? Like, every woman that's come onto that show, regardless of color, has had a man. Meanwhile, it's still some skinny minis out there who are getting cheated on. Yeah! It is women out there who are not even getting claimed by the dude that they claim they love. Yeah, that shit's real.
Women respect resources. You can't check a bitch because you got nothing to check with.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but women are only submissive to men with money.
So wait a minute. Y'all out here listening to the closeted auntie who smacks his teeth to the rhythm of Sam Smith and a damn street fraud who has his face covered in tattoos harboring a rap sheet a green mile long? These men are telling you that the only way you will be considered a man to a woman is if you are wealthy? Which is a whole problem, because your money and the lack of moral character that's attached to these two men will attract low quality women that you can buy off the corner of OnlyFans and Instagram. In real life, women need to earn their own money and be educated in financial literacy so that we can be assets to men instead of liabilities. These two ignoramuses and men like them are the first ones to complain about being robbed in a divorce. Speaking of divorce, your auntie jumped the broom twice and fumbled the balls. Either he's a terrible husband or he made a poor choice in wife. Twice. A net worth of $2 million hasn't gotten him any closer to a healthier interaction with a woman publicly. In reference to submission, it isn't about money. We've seen plenty of women be submissive to working class men or Dusties. So to teach men to be more appealing to bird-brained broke basicas who consider ego-spreading transactional is detrimental to the personal growth of a modern male. Submission isn't about dominating women. It's a two-way street. So men who are hell-bent on dominating women have zero power and control in the areas of life that count. Make better choices in women. Make sure that they can manage their own household before you trust them to manage yours. That means she has her own source of income, education, and can improve your investment portfolio. People who want to control others lack self-control and discipline. Women who only respect men because they have money are low-energy serpents. They have daddy issues and they are hoping that their husband and their boyfriend can fill the void that their absentee father created. I don't know why y'all insist on listening to a man who is teaching y'all how to be a trick to a broke basica and another man who is encouraging y'all to be homosexual. Everybody needs to be bringing money into the situation. Be a boss, marry a boss, build an empire. Fuck is wrong with y'all? A man who is not ready will get ready if you are the right woman, and what he really wants is the most ignorant shit I've ever heard. I don't know why men don't like to take accountability for their choices. This is just terrible to teach women. When a man is not ready, he's simply not ready. No matter how right or wrong a woman is, he ain't ready. Y'all want us to internalize what men do so much, even after we have been shown a million goddamn times that men do what they want to do and women cannot control them. Honey, if you go out your way to contact another woman to tell her how much of a fake bitch she is, you are in fact a broke basica. Virtuous female my ass. It's really women out here doing this type of corny shit? What the fuck? Now I know there's some ladies out here that's frustrated that a lot of us are walking around here looking like, and I'm sorry you can't afford lace fronts and makeup from Sephora, but sis, hating is making you uglier. Now, I don't expect every woman to love my social media uniform. Most of y'all do, but there's some out there that don't, and that's fine. But I get paid to do this, honey. Now, I may not be a beauty influencer or a makeup guru, but what I'm here to help you do is polish who you are on the inside. There is a difference between social media and reality. So who I present myself to be on social media is for the women who love to watch me, for the men who love to watch me. Hell, animals could watch me at this point and I would be satisfied. I'm sorry, but not every woman wants to walk around here in the streets natural or looking disorganized or half naked or whatever the case is. I know for me, what I look like in private when I'm with my family, my kids, my man, is a very different woman from who y'all see every day. And it's that way by design. I know how to dress up. I know how to dress down. But when I'm on social media, I am paid to look the way that I look. I cannot come on social media looking a hot damn mess. I'm a beautiful woman without a wig, without makeup, without contact lenses, okay? But whoever that woman is, y'all not gonna get to see unless you're in my real life. Now, if you want to see what I look like in real life, you can actually go to YouTube. I'm there. No makeup, no hair, no nothing. I did that. But I was in a different stage in my life. And this specific stage I am in my life, I must present myself in a certain way if I want to get paid, if I want to influence others, because people like aesthetics. They love beauty. They love my art. Oh, and they love my self-expression. But if you don't, what you should be doing is focusing on your own self-expression and uniqueness instead of being so concerned and critical of mine. Any woman who is sending another woman a negative message about her, to her, going out of their way to do that, honey, that is a reflection of who you are on the inside as a person instead of this woman that you sitting out here calling fake. Out here mad because you can't afford this type of beauty. What? This fabulousness is priceless, honey. I need people to understand this. Seriously. Cheating and polyamory are not the same thing. Cheating requires that you manipulate, hide, lie, fuckery. That's what cheating is. Polyamory is everybody involved knowing what's going on and committing to each other. It's not about not committing to someone. It's about committing to more than one person. Part of being an adult, whether you are male or female, is knowing when to apologize. Just because you don't want to own your faults doesn't mean they aren't yours. Black men are known to abuse children. Hear me good one time before you lose it. When I say this, people want to fight me about it. I've said plenty of times before that black men have an accountability problem and they don't like taking responsibility for stuff. Black men are known to create single mothers more than any other race of men. Abuse doesn't always mean psychological or physical or emotional. It could mean neglect and abandonment. Yeah, women should choose better men, but men should choose better behavior.
If you had a group of 10 hot in the pants boys ready to say and do anything to get a girl pregnant, and 10 girls who are equally as hot in the panties ready for morning sickness and prenatal vitamins, and you send them all out into the world, at the end of a year, which group do you think will have the most illegitimate children? Well, barring any twins, it's not possible for the girls to have more than 10 illegitimate children, but the group of boys can have an infinite number of partners and an infinite number of children that they will not stick around to raise. The fact that one irresponsible man can create so many broken homes and yet the community puts all of the responsibility on its women is in part why this strategy of eliminating single mother households hasn't been working.
Black men will tell black women, marry before you carry, as if it's going to save us from being single mothers, as if divorced men haven't abandoned their children.
I am a mother of 5 children. I am divorced and their father plays no role in their lives.
We are talking about Dusties here, not the exceptional men. You can't sit here and tell me that there's this high percentage of single mothers and there are no deadbeat fathers out here who are not taking care of their kids. That doesn't make sense. You gotta think about this. For every woman that's out here raising a child alone, there has to be a deadbeat dad out there that has left their child, has abandoned their child, has neglected their child. The excessive amount of fatherless sons and single mothers who need parenting classes are the problem. This is group effort here. This is not a one gender problem. This is a community problem. Both men and women are the problem. But nobody wants to accept that. Y'all have to accept that first. And that's the only way our community will be healed. We have to accept the fact that it's everybody doing something and it's everybody's problem.
Black women have been taught that they are the prize, and they have found out that they are not. The man is the prize.
I find the particular brand of crack this man is smoking amusing. Number one, you were not born a prize to anyone but your mama and your daddy. Number two, say what you mean. What you mean to say is that in order for you to feel like a man and secure in yourself, you have to feel like the women around you are beneath you. Let me put you onto a little secret that I'm feeling like a lot of black men don't know. Most of these black women ain't even thinking about you. They starting businesses, they traveling, they living in peace and comfort. We out here chilling. We not even thinking about y'all, for the most part. I'm just talking about the good black women that y'all seem to be ignoring. Black men who consistently complain about black women make poor choices in women in general, regardless to what race of women they choose. They're going to choose a woman who is toxic because they don't know what they're doing. So when you see men like this frustrated, oh, black women thought they were the prize, but men are the prize. You're dead wrong, Pops. See, what Father Time and all of these other geriatric sugar daddies are forgetting to tell you fellas is that this is the reason why there's no unity inside of the black community. Everybody wants to feel like they are better than the person that they are in a relationship with, and that stems from insecurity. Is being selective about who they have children with.
First and foremost, I want to say there's no hate to this creator. I'm actually just going to repeat exactly what I commented on her video and say it here. I said it on my other account, but I'm just going to repeat it. You will never know the type of person that you're having a child with until you make them a parent. That goes for the ones that already have children.
And that is an excuse to pacify single mothers to help them sleep better at night. I know there are going to be some women that disagree with me, but I'm here to tell you that these men show you red flags from the beginning. We just ignore them.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
The whole time. You didn't say not one word of encouragement the whole time I was in labor. That's why I had to get that epidural, because you didn't say anything to me. Nothing. You just looked at your phone.
Fuck what I? Look how the fuck you at.
What? How do I act?
The whole time I've been here, all the fuck you've done is talk down to me. So fuck you. The whole fucking time I've been here, all the fuck you've done is talk down to me. So fuck you. And I haven't said a fucking thing about it. So no, fuck you.
This was not the first time this dude spoke to this chick this way. And here she is in labor with his second child. He showed her he was a narcissist long before today, yet she is giving birth to their second child. She was supposed to be done with him after the first one, or even before that, because I'm sure he showed her before that. But we think that we can love these men into becoming good men for us. These men show us who they are. We just have to stop giving them the benefit of the doubt and pay attention to their patterns before we start being in a relationship with them, before we start sleeping with them, before we move in with them, before we have kids with them. When these men show you who they are, believe them. Oh my God, the best form of self-care any woman can have is being selective about who they have children with. So I commented on a video made by Shay the Love Diva where she was talking about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett and how he admitted that him and Jada have an open marriage because of Jada Pinkett's past trauma.
Here's why we should not normalize this situation. Will admitted that Jada never felt that she believed in a non-traditional relationship because of Jada's admitted traumas. This whole open situation is based on individuals who haven't yet healed and dealt with their trauma.
And this led to the conversation of trauma bonds and poly relationships. She was basically putting a negative spin on polyamorous relationships. And so my comment was along the lines of, this narrative that you're pushing about polyamorous relationships is disrespectful to people who are part of the poly community. She was basically implying that poly relationships are unhealthy and traumatic and XYZ or whatever, and using Will Smith and Jada as a representation to prove that to be true. The truth is, plenty of people participate in the polyamorous or polygamous, culture. It's nothing new, right? The problem is, in America, monogamy is pushed on us heavily. So a lot of people don't even know what poly relationships are. So they end up inside of these monogamous relationships when they aren't naturally monogamous people. That's why people end up being in relationships and marriages and start cheating on people, because they truly are polyamorous or polygamous people. Being poly is not unhealthy. It's just different from being monogamous. And women like Shay the Love Diva prefer pushing traditional marriage when we have evolved as people, and traditional marriage can barely apply to this era or age of people. So when I tried to explain to her like this was a slap in the face, she basically was on some I said what I said. You know how people who think they know it all act? Yeah, that's her. It's like, listen, I'm telling you, as a polyamorous person, being in a polyamorous relationship for 2 years, that I very much was happy inside of that situation. And she goes, I've never met a happy poly couple. And I'm like, just because you haven't met it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Shit, I ain't never met a sea monkey, but it's in the ocean. There are different types of relationships that are healthy, not just monogamous ones. And speaking from someone who was in a polyamorous relationship for 2 years, the monogamous relationship is the one that I'm healing from right now, which has put me into a bout of celibacy for the past 4 or 5 years. Just because you aim for a monogamous relationship or marriage doesn't mean that you are healthy or that your marriage or relationship is going to be healthy. Oh, Oh, it burns me up on the inside when people be like, successful men don't care about a woman's money and education. I can't stand it. Especially when it comes out of the mouth of a woman who claims to be educated and is a business owner out here femininity coaching. Do you know how much self-discipline and self-motivation women of high-powered careers have? Oh my God, that is so impressive. Do you know how much of a turn on that is for men who also have high-powered careers? Be a boss, marry a boss, build an empire. The world is not for the weak. Any man who is out here that is trying to find a woman who isn't about to help him build his empire, he is not thinking life through at all. Any affluent man has a questionable character if he feels comfortable with leaving his legacy in the hands of an uneducated, bird-brained, broke basica just because she looks good, cooks, and cleans. She's domesticated and submissive. Are you taking life serious? You about to pass a ring, your last name, and your sperm to a woman that don't know how to manage nothing?
So you'll take a basic bitch that is somebody that you want to talk to over a bad bitch that will inspire you.
So you consider yourself a bad bitch?
No, yeah, I do actually.
So you above basic. Well, you don't even work. You don't have no attributes to the table here. Like, what
I
are we
do
talking
have
about?
attributes. I inspire my men.
How? You don't got no job. You got, what's your education?
Listen,
what's your master's degree in?
but you have to realize that when men make it to a certain level,
right,
they're not checking for a woman's education.
They're not?
When you're making millions of dollars, you don't care about a woman's education.
Yes, you do.
Talk to plenty of rich men.
I do. I'm a rich man. I got an estate in Malibu. Okay,
an
2
estate?
acres. Yes.
Oh, I
2
would
acres.
like to see the paperwork.
Okay, we can show you paperwork.
Go ahead and show me the title.
We gotta show a paperwork to somebody that got no paper. That would make no sense.
Show me, pull up that deed.
Paperwork.
Hey, Maya, higher standards, please.
Sure can took advantage of government assistance. Kicked us out of the house. Joined the feminist train and demonized your men. Allowed billions of dollars every year to exit our community on fake aesthetics of beauty. Praised and joined homosexual men while demonizing heterosexual men that assert themselves. Took our children away from us and used them as bargaining chips to further financially disenfranchise us. Used sex as a weapon in our intimate relationships to get what you want. Became the only women in the world to tell the world that they don't need their men.
This man is the sum of poor leadership in the black community. If black women are all of these things, that means black men are unable or lack the skills necessary to lead a community of women who are comfortable with their direction. Apparently, black women have no problem following behind other races of men, according to this man. Black men date outside their race because they want to, according to me. Black men treat black women like they hate us because they hate their own mothers, sisters, cousins, aunties. It isn't because all of us are the same. It's because they weren't raised by quality black women, so they're unable to recognize a decent one. They end up interacting with the bad ones. It's plenty of amazing black women, just like there are exceptional black men. However, it can be extremely difficult to find these people because there are so many bad black men and women. Listen, this is not the type of energy that I would like to respond to, but I spent about 10 years arguing back and forth with men who believed this, because it's a movement of men who actually believe in this nonsense. And my thing is this. My thing is, what these men don't really vocalize is that they are having issues with women. I mean, some seriously deep rooted ones, and you can see the hatred that they have for women when you look at how they speak about women, and you can tell they have never experienced what a good woman is at all, not even a little bit. They're actually in their own way misinformed. Like, they'll find any narrative at this point to support their negative feelings about black women. So when he came for me, because he came for me maybe sometime last year or earlier this year, he came for me, I went ahead and just blocked him. I didn't bother responding to it, because to me, like, displaying back at him the hatred that he displayed towards me, it's just not worth it.
You can't do this, you can't do that, but literally, he's lusting after other women that do that same thing.
Realistically, your man does not respect those women that have their ass out, that have their titties out, that have given the world this opportunity to see their temple.
He don't respect his girlfriend either if he is inside of a relationship and still lusting after other chicks. You dressing like an angel is not going to stop your man from cheating on you with a woman who's dressed like a demon if that's what he has decided that he wants to do with his time. Women have got to stop trying to alter their behavior to try to get men to do what they want men to do. Men going to do what they want to do regardless to what you doing as a woman. Stop internalizing that shit. There are women out there who dress provocatively and they are very much happily married. And when I listed all of these women inside of the comment section of this video, a lot of men were like, oh, that's what these women are supposed to dress like. They're celebrities. Okay, have you been to Atlanta? Have you been to LA? Have you been to NYC? Because these women are dressed the same way the Beyoncés, Keisha Dior's, and Sierra's are dressed. One little boy said to me that men with good character care about whether or not their woman dresses provocatively because they are concerned about how other men will view them. And that's the problem right there. Too many little boys are out here trying to flex their masculinity to other men instead of taking care of their woman. Meanwhile, a grown man chooses the woman that he wants to deal with and does not care how other men view his woman. They make their own rules. Their woman is for them. They know that their woman hops in bed with them, not those other men who are lusting after her. And for a lot of men, it's an ego boost that they pull up with this fine ass female who's dressed however she's dressed, and other men are looking at her, wanting her, and can't have her. It just depends on the man and how much confidence he has. If he's concerned about other men looking at his woman and he's scared he's gonna lose her or be embarrassed because of it, she don't belong with him. Not all men have the same hang-ups. These men out here claiming that they want women who look and act like Mother Teresa, and then they turn around and cheat on these women with women who look like and act like Brittany Renner. Sis, dress how you want to dress. Be who you want to be. That's your temple. Don't nobody get to decide how you should be dressed. And if you with the right man or you meet the right man, he's gonna like what you're doing regardless. And don't be trying to fit inside of society's definition of what women should wear and how women should act and what we should do in order to keep a man. Y'all sound like little pick-me's with that garbage. One of the red pill narratives is that women tend to file for divorce more than men. And men actually take pride in that, in this specific movement. It's one of their narratives that they use to try to make it seem like women are the problem. And I keep trying to explain to men, like, if you're unhappy in a situation, divorce sounds like a good idea. You're not supposed to sit there and try to stay for the kids. The kids can see you're miserable. I really had to get out of the sun. I was like, damn, this shit is blinding me. Men need to start filing for divorce if it's like that. Because apparently these women are realizing that their husbands aren't as amazing as they thought. That's why women are filing for divorce. They aren't filing for divorce because they didn't value marriage. Because men will stay inside of something miserable, apparently, because of loyalty. But I honestly feel like a lot of people stay in relationships not because they love one another, but because they have each other's backs. And I feel like a lot of men think that their woman doesn't have their back. Women are the ones who file for divorce because we are usually the custodians of the marriage. It's us cleaning it up. It's us keeping it together. If a man wants to leave you, let him go. If a man cheats on you, let him go. The time that you are wasting on trying to convince this man of your worth, you missing out on the man that is looking for you, praying for you, wanting only you. Girl, you better drop that zero. Get with a hero. 4 or 5 years ago, I was living in the back of a Ford Explorer with a Dusty in Atlanta, trying to hold him down, trying to be that down-ass chick. Girl, cancel that. Don't do that. And never bank on a man's potential. Child, girl, bye. For all the women that are out there, experiencing their hoe phase, I want you to understand something, okay? collecting pain is bad for you. That's what a Christian woman is going to say to you. I'm Buddhist though. I'm a very spiritual woman. And let me explain something to you about how I feel people were naturally built. I don't think that people were designed to be with one person. I believe that a lot of us were designed to have many loves, many experiences, many soul interactions. Now, the problem is the soul ties that come with it. So when you are stepping into a casual sexual energy filled situation with someone, what are your intentions? Are your intentions to mix with their soul or not? A lot of people do not think about that before they have sex. Like, you take with you for the rest of your life a piece of the energy of the person that you are sleeping with. So I don't care how many sex partners you decide you want to have. Just remember that whoever you choose, you are going to take a piece of them with you for the rest of your life. A woman's independence isn't what's causing the division between men and women. The problem is men no longer have a code of conduct. The rule amongst men used to be hands off women and children, period. Now, these bad men are coming after these good men's women and children. So women have to fend for ourselves in the event that our husbands or boyfriends are not around to protect or provide for us. It's a new day and age. Women cannot afford being damsel in distresses. Women are out here getting assaulted, kidnapped, and murdered. And you expect me to just be screaming for my man when some man that isn't necessarily the most savory decides that he wants to have his way with me? These men can try me if they want to. My ass will be the last piece of ass they ever did see, because I'm fighting tooth and nail to survive. You hear me? It's too many times women have depended on men to be there. I talk about my story with my son's father. This Negro left me to die in a hotel, pregnant. And even if I have a man who is an amazing provider and protector, still at the end of the day, what if something happens to him and I have to fend for myself and my children? Fellas, you have to stop requiring for women to rely solely on you and encourage women to be self-sufficient. Because when you are not around, maybe you are sick, maybe you have stepped away, your wife and your girlfriend needs to be able to handle her business. And I meant or girlfriend, not and girlfriend. Don't be saying Soncerae was the one that told you to cheat and have a wife and a girlfriend.